What if the solution to erectile dysfunction after 60 wasn't in a pharmacy, but in your pantry? Science is now proving that 3 specific nuts can directly impact blood flow, hormones, and performance. But one of them, which has been clinically proven to work in men with erectile dysfunction, will absolutely shock you. Stay tuned as we count down the top 3 nuts for rebuilding your vitality, starting with number 3. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. Why does this become such a common issue as we cross the threshold of 50 and 60? It's not a personal failure. It's a confluence of physiological changes. As we age, our bodies become less efficient. The delicate lining of our blood vessels, called the endothelium, can become damaged and less responsive. Our natural production of key hormones, like testosterone, begins a slow, steady decline, and our bodies face a daily battle against something called oxidative stress, essentially a form of cellular rust that accelerates aging and damages our internal systems. These 3 factors, vascular health, hormonal balance, and cellular damage, are the primary culprits behind weakening erections. The good news? Nutrition provides a powerful arsenal to fight back on all 3 fronts. To understand how the foods we're about to discuss work, we need to quickly talk about the absolute engine of an erection. It all comes down to a miracle molecule your body produces called nitric oxide. Think of your blood vessels as a tightly coiled, high-pressure garden hose. For an erection to happen, that hose needs to unkink completely, allowing blood to rush through at maximum force and fill the spongy, absorbent tissues inside your penis. Nitric oxide is the chemical signal that tells that hose to relax and open up. Without enough nitric oxide, you're left with a weak trickle instead of a powerful surge. It's the single most important factor in the physical mechanics of an erection. The nuts in this video are the premium fuel for producing that critical signal. With that crucial background, let's kick off our countdown. Coming in at number 3, we have a nut you probably already know and love, walnuts. Often praised for their brain-boosting benefits due to their high omega-3 content, walnuts are also a powerhouse for circulatory health. So, how exactly do they help? Their primary weapon is a potent dose of an amino acid called L-arginine. As we just discussed, nitric oxide is the engine. Well, L-arginine is the literal raw material your body uses to manufacture nitric oxide. It's the gasoline for the engine. By providing your body with an abundant supply of L-arginine, you're ensuring that the factory for producing this vasodilator is never short on supplies. When arousal occurs, your body can readily convert that arginine into the nitric oxide needed to relax blood vessels and initiate strong blood flow. But the power of walnuts doesn't stop there. They have a second, equally important benefit tied to their famous omega-3 fatty acid content, specifically a type called alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. These healthy fats are some of the most powerful anti-inflammatory agents found in nature. Now, why does inflammation matter for your erection? Imagine chronic, low-grade inflammation as a slow process of rust and sludge building up inside your body's pipes. This inflammation makes your blood vessels stiff, hard, and brittle. A healthy, youthful blood vessel is soft and flexible, able to expand easily. An inflamed, rusty one can't. The potent anti-inflammatory properties of the omega-3s in walnuts help to quell this internal fire, protecting your blood vessels, keeping them pliable and responsive, and ensuring they can dilate fully when nitric oxide gives the signal. So, how do you put this into practice? A serving size is about 1 ounce, which translates to roughly a 1/4 cup, or about 7 whole-shelled walnuts. The key is consistency. Make it a non-negotiable part of your day. The easiest way is to simply eat them raw as a snack. But to keep things interesting, try crushing them and mixing them with herbs like rosemary and garlic to create a delicious, crunchy crust for a piece of baked chicken or fish. For breakfast, toss them into your oatmeal, yogurt, or blend them into a smoothie for a creamy texture and a powerful nutritional boost. You can even make a simple pesto by swapping out the traditional pine nuts for walnuts. The goal is to make it an effortless daily habit. Now, for number 2 on our list, a true nutritional giant from the Amazon rainforest, the Brazil nut. The Brazil nut's claim to fame, and the reason it's so critical for male health, is its unparalleled concentration of one single mineral, selenium. While other foods contain selenium, the Brazil nut is in a category of its own. It is by far the most potent source of selenium on the planet, and this mineral works on 2 completely different but equally vital fronts for male vitality. First, selenium is a master antioxidant. If we continue our analogy of oxidative stress being like cellular rust, selenium is the key ingredient in your body's best rust-proofing formula. It's a required component for your body to produce its most powerful native antioxidant enzyme, glutathione peroxidase. This enzyme is like a special forces unit that actively seeks out and neutralizes the free radicals that cause this rust, protecting the delicate lining of your blood vessels and, crucially, protecting the nitric oxide molecules themselves from being destroyed. So, selenium helps both protect the pipes and protect the signal that opens them. Utes are more than enough to supercharge your antioxidant defenses and support your testosterone production without any risk. The second, and perhaps even more profound role of selenium is its direct link to testosterone production. Testosterone is the primary male sex hormone. It is the bedrock of male vitality. It governs your libido or sex drive, as well as your energy levels, mood, muscle mass, and mental focus. While an erection is a hydraulic event based on blood flow, the entire sequence is initiated by desire, which is driven by testosterone. As men age, a natural decline in testosterone is expected, which can lead to a tanking libido and make achieving an erection more difficult, simply because the initial spark is weaker. Selenium is an essential cofactor in the biochemical pathway that synthesizes testosterone. Multiple studies have shown a direct correlation. Men with lower selenium levels often have lower testosterone levels. By ensuring your body has enough selenium, you are supporting its fundamental ability to produce the very hormone that kickstarts the entire process of arousal. With Brazil nuts, however, comes a very serious warning. Because they are so unbelievably potent, you absolutely must not overdo it. This is not a nut you eat by the handful. Chronic overconsumption of selenium leads to a toxic condition called selenosis, with symptoms ranging from hair loss and brittle nails to nerve damage in severe cases. The recommended safe upper limit for adults is 400 micrograms of selenium per day. A single Brazil nut can contain anywhere from 60 to over 90 micrograms. Therefore, the universal recommendation is to limit your intake to just 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day. That's it. Treat it like a daily supplement pill, 1 or 2 N. And now we've arrived at our number 1 spot. The nut that has the most direct, powerful, and specific scientific evidence backing its ability to improve erection quality is pistachios. What places pistachios at the very top of our list is that they are not just theoretically beneficial. They have been put to the test in a human clinical trial, focusing specifically on men with erectile dysfunction, with stunning results. This isn't just about the nutrients they contain, it's about the proven outcome. The landmark study, published in the highly respected International Journal of Impotence Research, took a group of men who had been suffering from diagnosed erectile dysfunction for at least 12 months. These men were instructed to do only one thing differently: eat 100 grams, about 3.5 ounces, of pistachios every day for 3 weeks. They were specifically told not to change any other aspect of their diet, their exercise routine, or their lifestyle. The researchers wanted to isolate the effect of the pistachios alone. The results were remarkable. At the conclusion of the 3 weeks, the participants showed a dramatic and statistically significant improvement in their scores on the International Index of Erectile Function, IIEF, which is the gold standard clinical questionnaire used globally to measure erection quality and sexual satisfaction. But it wasn't just subjective reports. The researchers used a penile Doppler ultrasound to measure the physical mechanics of blood flow. They found significant improvements in blood flow velocity, meaning blood was rushing into the penis faster and more efficiently. The men didn't just feel better. The science confirmed a profound physiological change was occurring. As an added bonus, the participants also saw significant improvements in their cholesterol profiles, with a drop in bad LDL cholesterol and a rise in good HDL cholesterol, underscoring the heart-healthy benefits. So what makes pistachios the undisputed champion? It's that they launch a comprehensive, multi-pronged attack on the root causes of ED. Think of it as a perfect storm of benefits. First, like walnuts, they provide a massive dose of L-arginine, the essential fuel for that all-important nitric oxide production. Second, they are packed with a unique cocktail of antioxidants, including lutein, zeaxanthin, and gamma-tocopherol. This team acts as a dedicated security detail, protecting your blood vessels from inflammatory damage and shielding the nitric oxide molecules from destruction. Third, as confirmed in the study, their profile of healthy monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats actively works to improve your cholesterol. Think of bad LDL cholesterol as litter bugs that dump sticky plaque into your arteries, clogging them up. Good HDL cholesterol is the cleanup crew that removes it. Pistachios help you hire more cleanup crew and fire the litter bugs, ensuring your vascular highways are wide open for traffic. It is this incredible synergy, providing the fuel, protecting the system, and clearing the pathway, that makes pistachios so uniquely effective. But our journey doesn't end with a handful of nuts. To achieve a true, lasting transformation in your vitality, you must view these foods as powerful allies within a larger strategy. You need to build a fortress of health, and these nuts are just one part of the wall. Let's briefly discuss the other foundational pillars. Pillar 1 is movement. Your circulatory system is not passive, it thrives on demand. Cardiovascular exercise like brisk walking, jogging, cycling, or swimming is non-negotiable. It trains your heart to be a more efficient pump and encourages your body to create more nitric oxide naturally. Furthermore, consider incorporating Kegel exercises. These are not just for women. By strengthening your pelvic floor muscles, you improve blood flow in the region and can gain more control over your erections. Pillar 2 is fueling your entire system. A diet rich in leafy greens, colorful vegetables, and flavonoid-rich fruits like berries works in harmony with the nuts. These foods are packed with nitrates and antioxidants that further support nitric oxide production and reduce inflammation. Think of the Mediterranean diet. Lots of olive oil, fatty fish, vegetables, and yes, nuts. Pillar 3 is mastering your mind. Chronic stress is a silent killer of erections. When you are stressed, your body pumps out the hormone cortisol. Cortisol is the nemesis of testosterone. When cortisol is high, testosterone is suppressed. Furthermore, being in a stressed fight or flight state diverts blood away from your extremities and towards your major muscles, making an erection physically more difficult. Practicing mindfulness, meditation, or simple deep breathing exercises can dramatically lower cortisol, support healthy testosterone levels, and put your body in the relaxed rest and digest state necessary for arousal. So, here is my challenge to you. Don't just watch this video and forget about it. Act on it. For the next 30 days, choose your nutty champion and make it a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts, a handful of walnuts in your oatmeal, a delicious snack of pistachios in the afternoon. Commit to this one simple change. Notice how you feel. Your journey to renewed vitality and confidence doesn't start tomorrow or next week. It starts with your very next meal.